What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. A Midwest family here. We're doing motorcycle things today. We had a issue with the charging system on the motorcycle. I did an oil change on it and put maybe 100 miles on it, and it left me stranded twice with a dead battery. So got it home, got it on the charger, ran it in the shop, found out that it wasn't charging. Checked fuses and everything. All the fuses seemed to be okay, and went and checked the stator, and I believe the stator went out because it's got 3 wires on it, and if you touch one of the wires and check the continuity to ground, you should not have continuity to ground. The stator and rectifier regulator on these bikes are prone to issues, so I'm going to replace them both. I did do the Mod 3 wiring to this several years ago, so I did move the regulator rectifier to the front of the battery cover. So this is I moved it to the front here. It's upside down like that, so it'd get plenty of airflow, wouldn't overheat, instead of behind this cover, which is right here. So it's usually bolted right there on those posts behind this cover, which only gets some airflow pretty much through this breathe hole, and it ends up making it go bad, or it gets hot back there. So this isn't what it'd look like on your typical bike if you haven't done the wiring mod. So here's our wires from the stator going to the front to the regulator rectifier. The stator's behind this cover. We'll have to take that out. I already started draining the oil. It's a 14mm bolt under there. Our replacements I got from Ricks Motorsports. I don't know why it's not focusing, but I'll put the information down below.
What's in?
So the regulator rectifier in there, stator in there, and a new gasket.
What's a gasket?
Gaskets for this piece here. I got my helper here. Say hi.
Hello.
Hello. So we're gonna take this off and get to the stator, and then we'll have to take our wiring apart. But these are 8mm bolts. They are different sizes, so keep track of where they are. The magnet back here will keep it kind of sucked up to the motor, so be aware of that. We're gonna undo this wiring first right here, and then we'll get to this cover. Stick with us. Alright, so we got these 3 wires off the stator disconnected. We have to trace this wire up underneath here, underneath the dummy tank. So we got to take this off. There's a bolt here and a bolt there. So one there, one there. You got to open this up. You got one here, 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 and you got to take these 3 Phillips out. You got to take the gas cap off to get to those. Make sure you don't drop them in your gas tank. So there's a little plastic tab. You push that and that undoes the instrument panel. I'm not sure how much of this I'll have to take off. I'll figure that out and get back to you. Hold on. Alright, so I ended up having to take the seats off. So my particular setup with the Mustang seats, I had to take the rear seat off to get to the front seat, which is held on by this bolt here, and this bracket here. When that comes off, you can finesse the fill spout back enough to get to these two plugs. This one and this one here. So you got these two plugs here which go to the stator. So we have to fish those out behind here, right here. Fish that out, and there was one cable tie right here, one cable tie right there, which I snipped, and then that gave us access to this. I'll probably loosen this just so I got better room, more better room, more better. Oops. I'll loosen that up a little bit. And fish them wires back like such. Alright, so now we all got left is to pull the bolts out of this cover. I'm not an artiste, but I got a little scary sketch here of where the bolts come from, so I know where they go. So when you pop this off, you're probably going to get some oil to drip down, so probably have a rag or something, which I don't have, so I should probably grab one. And then yeah, we should be pretty good after that. So there it is. Don't look all that bad inside that I can see. That little washer, there's a little washer that fell. So we gotta make sure we put that in the right spot. Alright, so we got it off. Little washer deal here. Goes on this cog over here. Right there. She looks like she got a little toasty. right there. Take the bolts out. Gotta take these other two bolts out right there, and this one, different size. Those are a 7th. Okay. And there she is. We'll have to clean the edge here, make sure it's all clean, free of any gunk or buildup. I'm gonna clean all this out, wipe it out, get all the little stuff, sediment and stuff out of there, and we'll be back. Hang tight. Alright, so we got it cleaned out pretty good. Cleaned our bolts. We're gonna set the new stator in there. We'll get that kind of situated there. I'm going to put a little blue Loctite on these 3 and those 2 and that one, just as a precautionary element. I don't have the owner's manual, so you might want to check that first. So this is just the way I'm gonna do it. It may or may not be the right way. They're pretty small, so they don't have to be super tight, but you want them tight enough that they don't come loose, right? If you go too tight, and you'll strip it out. So tread with caution. Just put a small dab on there. Okay. Yeah, you got that. Slow down. That one. Okay. Just like the other ones, you ain't got to go super tight. It's pretty small, and you're going into aluminum. All right, next up, we got to clean all this gasket off. All this old paper gasket. I'm gonna get all this off, cleaned up, and we'll be back. Hang on. All right, so we got the gasket cleaned off. It can be a real pain in the butt. We got the cover cleaned off, nice and clean. Got it all nice tucked up. We're getting ready to put gonna get the new gasket put on from Ricks. There you go. Nice paper gasket. Go on there nice and all nice like. Put that on there. Don't forget that washer that fell. Goes right there, which goes on that cog back here. Try to use these long nails as guide pins. Hopefully that helps us. All right. It looks like we got it on. Gaskets looks good all the way around. Don't look too bad. Let's see. Let's get the screws put in. There's two of them with the retainer. Alright, now we'll go through a torquing sequence. Torque it to manufacturer specs, which I don't know. We got the wires all soldered together. We got it halfway ran up. So if you haven't done the wiring modifications to it, this would be a whole lot simpler. There would be two plugs on the stator and two plugs on the regulator rectifier, but I ended up having to resolder a bunch of stuff. So these are the three power wires coming off the stator. I got them soldered together, heat shrunk, and those get ran up to the regulator rectifier up here. That's these three yellow wires. Those are all heat shrunk and soldered together. And then I got the power wires and the ground wires. Those are ran up to the power wires ran up to the battery with an inline fuse, and the grounds ran up to the negative terminal on the battery. So I still have to, you know, get the wires all fastened and secured up. I got oil put back in it, put 4 quarts in. I'm sure you know how to do that. If not, I'll put I changed the oil in it a couple months ago, and I'll put that video down below if you need any guidance or assistance on that. We are about ready to fire it up and see what happens. We got the door opened up, and we're going to fire it up and see what the charging system looks like. Well, by Jove, I think we fixed it. All right, I think we got it. Pretty sure it was a bad stator. One looked a little crusty right there. So, like I said, this would have been a lot easier if you didn't do the wiring modifications to it. Pretty easy, straightforward, not too difficult to do. If you've worked on the bike at all, I'm sure you can do it. You got to take the seat off to get to those plugs that were back here for that wire that goes up behind there. But I'm gonna get these all fastened up and secured. Try to clean all the grease residue off. Alright guys, so we got it all back together. All in all, it wasn't that bad. Got my nice shop light right there. Yeah, buddy. But we got it all back together. Battery cover on. New stator rectifier mounted up on the front. I'll put the part numbers where I got it and the prices I paid at the current time down below in the description. If there's anything else you'd like to see, put them down in the comments below and I'll see what I can do. Hope you liked it, hope you learned something, and we'll see you next time. Stay tuned, have fun, be safe. Peace.